All right. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome back. Hope you had an enjoyable weekend. Hope you got some trade review done. Hope you worked on your process, worked on your game. NQ, we are looking at a gap lower this morning, although that gap has almost filled. Taking a second look at it, that gap is actually nearly filled here. So we see the Sunday evening gap lower NQ into near term support into last week's area of support, that 840, 800, 780 area. All support through here. If we treat this like a near term range, this is all going to be support right down here. We see a little retest of that overnight low right around 3 a.m. And now price is marking fresh overnight highs about 5 minutes before the open. So the main focus for today, like I outlined in the pre-market prep notes this morning, was essentially, can buyers continue to defend this area of support and keep price within the near term range? Pretty straightforward. For that, I'll be looking at the 900 area, especially early on in the session. I want to see if buyers can defend this 900 level and show acceptance above this 900 level, targeting the gap fill spot right through here, which is also last week's volume point of control. And then, of course, up into 23K, maybe even 23,100 if they are feeling ambitious, which for today, I actually don't expect that, simply because tomorrow is CPI. And we do also have earnings season kicking off tomorrow as well. So actually expecting a little bit of a slower session for today. As always with those expectations, you don't want to be married to any expectation, right? It's a good way to lose money. It's a good way to take some losses. So we will adjust as necessary, but typically Monday prior to CPI is going to be a little bit slower, especially with price back within that prior day's range here. So outside of that, do we have any? Yeah, nothing on the economic data calendar for today. And NQ almost right back into prior day close. Almost right there. I was hoping for an open actually down near 22,900. That idea is long gone. So we'll see what we get off the open here. See what it's looking like. Let's take a look at our overnight session. You got the volume point of control right there, 872. VWAP down there, it looks like 865. Prior day low, 863. Take a look at this. Your prior day close, it's just right up here. 940, 22,940, prior day close. Little reference point there right on the chart. That's the Opinicus reference point indicator. Giving a helping hand. Yeah, let's see this open here. 2 minutes till the open. Jumping over to ES. So ES perfectly tested and held our 60 to 60 downside level of interest during the overnight sesh. That was really nice. Perfect hold right through there. Now into the 62.90 level of interest. ES pretty much filled the entire gap, just like NQ. Darn, that entire idea from 22,900 on NQ is gone. That thing is gone. Back into last week's volume point of control now. There goes the gap. There's no longer a gap. And 20 seconds still to open. Okay, there's your open overnight high. Settles at 944.5. Yeah, no gap whatsoever. NQ just back within that prior day structure. Prior day volume point of control appears to be about 975. Yep. There's prior day volume point of control for you. Man, this thing's ripping. Ripper. I don't have any position here. No position. Rejected there. Prior day volume point of control. Back into overnight high. 944. There's your near term structure. See, where's Monday's session? Right through there? Okay. Dang Dom again. Top step X lagging again. That's awful. You got ES bumping into overnight high. Did not give nearly the same move that NQ did. Russell looks like it's on its own here. Session highs there for RTY. And NQ with a new low of day. We'll see how 22,900 is going to be treated. NASDAQ coming in at a 22,900 level of interest. It's going to be the main watch. $917 marked the low right there. It's not going to be close enough for me. We wait. NQ back up above that overnight high. Still cash, still cash. Staying patient. You know the drill. Let that intraday structure build out. Volume already kind of tapering down below average on that last print, on the last two prints, actually. NASDAQ new low of day right there on below average volume. Pretty slow open so far. Well within expectations. Lower expectations for today. Pre CPI. It's Monday. NQ opens in prior day range. Wouldn't mind seeing a reaction at 900. If 900 fails, you probably want to look at prior day low. There's your new low coming in. And let's see that 900 coming into 900. Volume just average. Not all that surprising. VWAP just beneath, what is that? 888. Looks like no interest there at 900. Selling accelerating a bit. A little uptick in volume there as price gets into prior day low. See that reaction here at prior day low as a reference point, and if that area fails, probably looking at overnight low. It's your next downside reference point. We do have the 840 level of interest right through here as well, but I'm treating this whole area 840 down to 800 as a higher time frame zone. What's up, Timmy? Happy Monday, sir. NQ into prior day low. Good uptick in volume here. We got some audience. Got some audience in the market. Fresh lows being made coming into 840 now. Let's get an update on our higher time frame. Big lower high in the making right here. As price gets into key support, there's your 840. That's last week's support, 840. 840. Check volume. Volume's solid. All right, Nasdaq trying to hold here. Key support, trying to hold, getting back into VWAP. RTY on its own. RTY, nice higher low at the prior day low. ES, very nice hold versus VWAP. Prior day low right through there as well. NQ getting back into 900 here. Good spot to raise them if you're long. Yeah, that was tricky because you have the prior day low down into the 840 level of interest. So start with a partial, leave a little room, then add. Now we trail. First play of the day. Trail beneath 900. Yeah, Dom, that's I mean, the structure broke right there, but you have the level of interest. So for me, it makes no sense to take a stop and do a level of interest. So I'll go in with a partial. That's just my preference, though. That's just how I like to do it. Because if we look at this 1 minute chart, 840 held perfectly. So, and even the 1 minute shows a prior day low spring. So how if I got shaken out right there, I'd grade that as a improper execution, as a shakeout. That's just for me personally. That's just me. Mega trailed right here. Trail's just beneath 13. See if this little micro consolidation holds. ES back into session highs. Man, what a bounce on ES. Check the ES long. Right at VWAP. Prior day low just beneath. There's an ES new high of day. Looks like by a few ticks. And NQ that may get my trail right here. Let's check the fibs. Intraday fibbler. Oh, right at the 61%. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, lift the trail a little. 916. And almost back into overnight high. So support continues to do support things. 840. Talked about it before the open. Not bad. There's the trail. There is the trail there, taken out. So again, started with a partial at the prior day low. Wanted to risk beneath 840. That's my level. Once 840 was tested and held, added. Now in full size. And then scale out for my normal trade management. Then we just trail. Then we just trail it. The idea is based on this higher time frame area of support. Last week's support zone 840, level of interest for today, and then prior day low, of course. So I feel like the spring setup could be a 1 or 2 minute spring based setup. Ray, you got that? Dave, you got that? Nice. Nicely done. Gabe in there. Solid. Solid. NQ, now just watching the reaction here versus overnight high. The kicker on that reversal too is the volume. Look at a volume exploded right through there. Really nice. We have 4 minutes till 10 a.m. No data at 10 a.m. that I'm aware of. Look at the ES setup, man. NASDAQ volume really tapering down now. Look at that. Back into 900. Okay, here's 10 a.m. Let's get an update on our higher time frame. Look at that 30-minute bar. Near-term range remains intact. Sellers really want to see essentially today's high turn into a lower high. The challenge they have is this is all support, as we just saw demonstrated in real time. 1 hour bar closes as a doji. Not a lot of information there. Volume fell off in a very, very big way. Keeping an eye on 22,900. Staying patient right now. If it's a one and done Monday, it's all good. We will take that. We will take it. Are we going to get evicted, Chrissy? From the range? Maybe with CPI. Probably not today. Staying patient right now. See if NQ can break that overnight high. Note the volume. Well below average. Average is this orange line here. Here's where we're currently at. So like I said earlier, if it's a one and done Monday, expecting a slow Monday, take one trade. That is all good. Nothing wrong with that. CPI tomorrow, earnings season kicks off tomorrow with the banks. NQ still in the prior day range. This is 5 minute. Yeah, don't force anything. 100%. There's NASDAQ into overnight high. Look at this volume. Oh my God. We might be signing off early this morning. Black Ops 6. It's already Black Ops 6. My goodness. My God. I remember Black Ops 2. Zombies. You Zoomers were still in diapers at that time, but that was the game. That was it right there. Nah, man. We got time to be gaming. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Come on. And cute little retest the overnight high right there. Yeah, this volume is quite bad. I would hate to be over trading right now, tell you that. All right, I'll give it another 15 minutes here, max. I would at least want to see volume come up to average. That's not asking a lot here. That is not asking a lot. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Ask and you shall receive. It's a little uptick in volume. Can it hold? Can the volume hold? Looks like it. It's a little better. A little better here. Okay. 5 minutes just showing pure barcode. At least we got a little volume coming in. All right, and cue a little blip above overnight high. Not seeing a re-entry just yet. Still just a one and done morning so far. ES, another nice hold at VWAP there. Back in overnight high for the S&P enjoyers. All right, NQ getting back into session highs here. Solid uptick in volume. Back to average. All right, quick poll in the chat. Let's see. How is everyone's Monday morning? Let me know. Let me know. So far on my end, it's just one of one. Took the long down there near the prior day low, 840 level of interest. No re-entry. Now NQ getting back into session highs. Like some nice setups this morning in RTY. Gotta love reference points. Look at that prior day low holding perfectly for a higher low right through here on on really nice volume, 3x R vol there, and then right through here as well. ES retest of the session high right there. That's your prior day close. How that level is being respected to the tick on multiple occasions now. This might be the range for today. This might be it. There you go. New high of day. Do we see acceptance above the highs here? Or an up thrust? 23K just overhead. Prior day high at 021. ES new high of day as well. What's up, Mish? There he is. Sleep till nooner. All right, Benny, take care, man. Enjoy it. Tilted bad again? Was here holding your breath? Oh, man. Sorry to hear. So, question right now is, can NQ hold the previous intraday high? Show a continuation of this move? Or is this an up thrust and today's going to be a range day? With the 23K directly overhead. Yeah, no acceptance above the highs. That's your up thrust. It's your D-wall entry right there. D-walla. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. I think there's going to be a one and done morning, at least in the personal account. You know, we'll have to fire up the XFAs shortly here. Can't leave them hanging. Is this a one and done day, Gabe? Yes, sir. Most likely. Let's give it let's give it 3-4 more minutes here. See that next 30-minute candle closure. That's how you know I'm down a dark path, bro. Just close the broker. Just shut it down. Command Q. Boom. Day is saved. Nothing to shut down. All right, you already closed it then. Good. NASDAQ back in overnight high. If this is going to be a range day, that's not really an area I want to be setting risk against. With more of a trend day expectation, that can be solid, but at least for me, that is not the expectation for today. Look at that 15-minute bar closing in 1 minute. I forgot about the poll. 71% green, 10% flat, 19% red. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. There we go. All right, I want to see if we get any move here with this next 30-minute bar opening. If not, we'll go ahead and call it a morning. Dom, you got the up thrust? Nice. Don't overdo it, man. Don't overdo it. You don't want to be joining your brother in a dark place. That would not be good. All right, we are 1 hour into the sesh. I think I'm going to call it. NQ. We grabbed the long down near prior day low, down near the 840 level of interest for the intraday reversal. Like I mentioned, well, I already went over the entire trade. So if you're joining us late and you missed the explanation on that one, the idea, just scroll back. It's all there in the stream for you. We went over that one. Pretty nice long setup. NQ, rest of the morning, considering price failed to show acceptance with the highs here. The expectation remains for a range day, sideways range day. So we'll be looking at the edge points of said intraday range. And if the range ends up breaking, then see if price can show any sort of continuation. But the logic behind the range day today is just for a, broadly speaking, a slower Monday, considering that CPI is tomorrow. CPI is tomorrow, and then earnings season kicks off tomorrow with the banks as well. So what's the likelihood that the index actually puts in a sizable move today? It's possible, but low probability if you ask me. So we'll keep it going in the Traders Think Tank. Hope you guys had a good morning, and we will see you tomorrow morning. Have a great rest of your day, and thanks for your time today.